Hi guys, Jay Smith here, welcome to the AskGolfNut channel and welcome to a video I've been wanting to do for some time. So back in the day when I used to be coaching in custom fitting full time, I used to see this near enough every day. Golfers would populate their bags based on what they would like to play or what they like the look of, and not getting properly custom fit for every single golf club in their bag. And so they'd buy them off of eBay, they'd buy them off Facebook Marketplace, local pro shops, car boot sales. Don't know if America's got car boot sales, but in the UK we have. Second-hand online stores, anything like that, they'd buy them for what they would like to play rather than getting custom fits. So I have got two golf clubs in question. I've got two 3-woods, they're both 15 degrees of loft, so there's no difference in loft whatsoever. An older Mizuno ST200 fairway wood, an old one now, of however old, I'm not quite sure, but I put up on the screen when it first came out, against a Cobra Dark Speed X. Again, 3-wood, 15 degrees, no difference whatsoever between these two heads. They are both basically exactly the same lofted. They are different shafts. Of course, one you get off eBay, you don't really have a choice about what shaft you want. But again, I'm lucky I'm not shaft sensitive, so it doesn't make any difference to me what shaft is in there. The main difference is in what happens when you actually deliver the golf club and the head dynamics in question. In the real world, for most golfers, yes, the shaft makes a massive difference to the delivered loft and sometimes face angles, etc. But again, we got have all the information up on the screen so you can see that in a little bit. Now, for the most part, golfers should not be using 3-woods. Most golfers do not have the speed to make a 3-wood functional, and so they should be getting more use out of a 4-wood, 5-woods, and especially 7-wood. And I know a lot of golfers actually gone down the 9-wood because they love the functionality of the flight of a 9-wood. But anyway, let's go get into the information so we can see how an old v new, within reason, they're both designed for the same golfer. We are not talking about a super high spinning head against a low spin head. Not fair whatsoever. Both designed exactly in polar opposite ways. These are both targeted towards a similar golfer. So if you look at the information on the screen, we have the ball data at the top and the club head data underneath. We'll come to the club head data in a second for making sure it's apples to apples and open and honest. But look at the ball data. Ball speed, no difference. 149.6 to 149.6. Launch angle, there is a difference in launch angle, 12.1 for the ST200 and 12.8 for the Dark Speed X. So there is a slight difference in launch. Spin rate there is 3,600 for the ST200 against the 2,900 of the Dark Speed X. So what we're seeing here is the center of gravity is slightly lower in that of the Dark Speed X. We're having a slightly higher launch because we're hitting effectively higher on the center of gravity of the head, and we're getting a reduction in spin as well. That then culminates in a difference of 10 yards of carry, 239 to 249, and because of the more favorable flight dynamics, that's 13 yards in total. Now 13 yards is a golf club, so it would be that for me at my speed is 13 yards is a difference between say a 7 and an 8 iron, so a valuable gain. Honest truth with this is the fact that this is obviously at my speed, 105 miles an hour, we'll look in a sec, but if you were to put this exact same situation but dial the speed down, say 20 miles an hour to 85 miles an hour, what is not favourable for me to gain the most out of it at the ST200 at say 3,600 spin is now going to be wonderful, because with speed, spin comes away and gets up. Obviously depends on how fast you swing, but with a reduced swing speed it would then reduce in spin. The problem with the Dark Speed X then is that you would drop off and they would get to a point of where you may not have enough spin to keep the ball in the air, and where you gain at higher speed you'd now absolutely lose it, and by some margin potentially, as you start getting slower. So this is why it's so important to make sure you get properly custom fit for whatever speed and whatever delivery that you have. Let's look at the club head data. 105.3 to 105.4, all of 0.1 of a mile an hour difference, as in no difference whatsoever. Exactly the same efficiency, attack angles with half a degree, club paths basically exactly the same. Face is open by 1 degree more on the ST200, but the more important, the loft. How much loft did I deliver? 18 degrees to 18.1. Within reason, 0.1 of a degree, that is it. And of course you've got my strike on there, 2 mil hill, 2 mil low for the ST200, and arguably slightly worse on standard deviation, and also my average strike of 5 mil toe, 1 mil high. But I mean, it's marginal, not much whatsoever. If you have a look at the ball and club compare screen, you can see there graphically what we've just been speaking about. You can argue that the yellow, the Dark Speed X dispersion ring, is slightly tighter front to back, but I'll be honest guys, I think if you were to do this test again and again and again, or just hit 100 shots with each. Within reason, these are so similar, they would get very, very close to being exactly the same. The main difference you can see there is the gain in distance because of the better flight at my speed. So many golfers buy golf clubs based on what they would like to use, what they like the look of, what they see in reviews, and they don't get their choices built around their swing speed, their swing dynamics, and they could be literally losing out massively on free distance because they've just got the wrong head. You really need to be fitted properly. Now, these both have got adjustable loft sleeves. You can change the loft on them, absolutely you can do. But it is so important that you get the right loft, you get the right center of gravity head for how you deliver your speed and also how you deliver the club head to the golf ball. Have a little quick look at the shot map. You can see there consistently that the yellow is distinctly above the red. You can see the normal shot pattern that you're going to get from a golfer like me that's fairly boring with their delivery, slightly long left and slightly short right. But you can see within reason just how consistently longer the yellow is over the red. And again, remember, that will change absolutely with speed. If you don't have the speed, you are going to need more loft. If you don't have the speed, you're going to need more spin and to try and keep that golf ball in the air. Too many golfers opt for 3-woods when they don't have the swing speed. And of course, they then don't have the spin. They do not have the launch because obviously 3-woods, 15 degrees, give or take. You can adjust it, but within reason, it's not enough loft. And you actually run out of distance. You can get to a point, especially in the winter time, where carry is king because there's not much bounce and roll, that you actually lose distance over the 5-woods and say 7-woods out there. I've done videos in the past. 7-wood's going to have more loft. It's going to be much easier to control its trajectory, its curvature because of D-plane. It's going to win hands down over the 3-wood, even at 91 miles an hour. So the all-important one, 85 miles an hour. So slowed it down again into the 80s. Let's go look at the ball speeds first. There's again a slight difference in ball speed between a 3-wood and a 7-wood. It will do because of the difference in... To showcase the difference, what happens when you start taking speed away and the fact that you start losing distance with 3-woods quite quickly when speed comes away. So the importance is two things. Obviously, one, making sure that you get the right golf club for how you deliver the golf club, and also understanding that speed-wise, guys, remember that unless you are swinging quite quick, 3-woods, generally speaking, aren't the greatest ideas. 4-woods, 5-woods, 7-woods are brilliant, and I'd definitely go down that route. But make sure that if you're going to make a purchase, get custom fit first. Make sure what head you need, what head you can get away with, what loft you need, what shafts you need, etc. And obviously, if cost is a concern, see if you can get a second-hand version of that same custom fit option. I get it, things are expensive and people don't necessarily can justify spending all that money on a brand new piece of equipment, but if you can get custom fit, you can get dialed in exactly what's going to be best for you, and then search on the likes of eBay, Facebook Marketplace and stuff like that for the right specification golf club. So hope you liked the video. If you did, go on and give it a big thumbs up, hit that like button. YouTube likes, so do I. Down there is a subscribe button. It's free. It is brilliant for the channel if you could subscribe, so thank you. And next to that one is a bell icon. That's a notification bell. If you click that one, that will notify you next time I upload another video. So I hope you're well. We'll see you again soon.